Well, it did it again. Went vertical on me instead of horizontal. And it's set for horizontal. I don't know why it does that. It's crazy. Well, I have nobody in chat yet. It shows that I got 2 people watching. Is there anybody out there? Denise, hello. How are you? It's a beautiful day today in Texas. Sun's shining. It's warm. 72 degrees right now. Doing good, thank you. It is nice. Yeah, nice in Alabama. And there's Dennis. Hello, Dennis. Still raining where you're at in Florida, huh? We got another sunshiny, nice day here today. It's 72 degrees right now. So I'm not complaining. We got some good rain the last couple of days. We got pretty sunshine today. And there's Felicia. Hello, Felicia. How are you doing today? You know, I was just kind of browsing some of the videos earlier, and I came across this live from Hawaii, and I think it was Kailua, Hawaii. They the new this news broadcast was coming live, where showing this volcano in Kailua, Hawaii, that was erupting. I don't know if it's got to a dangerous point or if anybody's lives close to it or what, but it showed red hot lava. Oh, it's Brooklyn. Hello, it's Brooklyn. My granddaddy and I can stay on if everyone is being nice. Okay. Felicia says not that great, hanging in there, had chemo. Oh no. Chemo's the worst. I know, I've went through that. And there's Nathaniel. Hello. I'm not sure where Kailua is. Hawaii, according to where Kai and April live. I know April is in Maui, and I don't remember the name of the little town where Kai is. I don't know if it's anywhere close to Kailua or not. Brooklyn's typing because I'm faster. Well, there you go. Oh, there's a Bobby. Hello, Bobby. Good afternoon. How are you? It's probably early morning or sometime where you're at. My hair is still wet. Good evening, Krista. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. 72 degrees and the sun shining bright. Well, thank you, Hababi. What's everybody been up to today? That's what I asked, Hababi. What's up? Just chilling. That's all I'm doing is just chilling. I need to look at a map of Hawaii, I guess, to see where Kailua is anywhere close to Maui. I don't even know if it's on the same island. You've been having fun, Brooklyn? I bet. You're chilling in a hot tub. Well, that's the best place to chill at, I guess. Let me see if I can find it on this. See how close Kailua. I don't know. It's a little bubby here. I don't know. I don't know. Maui may be one on the smaller islands. I don't know if it's on the main island or not. Hmm. Don't know much about Hawaii. You like the little cat bed? I think Lucky likes it too. Lady Wiser, good afternoon. This is the third eruption for this volcano in 2024, and its eighth eruption since 2020. It said the eruption started Monday, last Monday. It said that it stayed within the mountain summit, Calidra, inside Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. So it's not got out into the population. It's just it's staying within the park area. Hmm. I don't think I'd like to live around volcanoes. Search Baja City. El Baja. El Baja. Yeah. Baja is a city in the southwestern Saudi Arabia located in the Sarawak Mountains. It is the capital of Al Baha region and is one of the kingdom's prime tourist attractions. It's 2,055 miles from Dallas, Texas. 1 day and 7 hours flight. 59 degrees there. And there's Gladys. Hello, Gladys. I'm feeling good. Is that where you live, Hababi, in Baja? In the tourist location of Saudi Arabia? Yes, I live at Baja. Here's one of the pictures that came up of it when I brought it up. Looks like a pretty place. Elevation is 7,070 feet. Search Baja Bridge. There's what came up as Baja Bridge. There's several pictures of it. That's the old Baja Bridge. It's a pretty big bridge. Tourist place. Cable bridge. Well, that's, I don't know. There's Baja Honda Bridge. Well, Vic brought up a Baja Bridge in Florida Keys. The first one was in Saudi Arabia, I think. El Baja Cable Bridge. Oh, they got a El Baja hanging bridge. Is that the one you're talking about? It's known as El. Yeah, I found it. Trying to get a good picture of it to show. I don't think I'd want to go across it. That's El Baja Bridge. It's just boards with cables. I would not want to cross it. You can't see the ground on the bottom, on the below. Looks like you're walking across in midair. It's trying to find some really good pictures of it. Yeah, I'll keep my feet on the ground. I don't think I want to go cross that bridge. Can't see anything below it. Yeah, that looks scary. Can't really see it that good. 7,000 feet above. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go across it. That's a little bit too high for me. You're up in the treetops with that one. They got some scary bridges in China too. I wouldn't go cross, not even with an automobile. Yeah, I'll keep my feet on the solid ground. I'm not going across the bridge like that. For one, it's way too high up, and I wouldn't trust the cables. I would not trust the cables. No, thank you. Me either, Gladys. I'll keep my feet on solid ground. No, I don't know who built it. People in Saudi Arabia, I guess. Who built it? Your brother's company? And there's Sid. Hello. Welcome to chat. I would hate to know I had to work on that to build it. Oh my God. How did they ever manage it? There's not even cranes tall enough for that. You have to descend from helicopters to even put cables across there. Mine is great. How's yours, Sid? Christmas is over. Now I'm looking forward to New Year's this week. Yeah, right. I'll never get to Saudi Arabia. You can keep your hanging bridge. I don't want any part of it. I'll watch other people go across it. Sid says, I'm not from US or UK. Where are you from, Sid? It's also known as Hanging Garden. Huh. Why would they call it Hanging Garden? India. Okay, wow. India's a long ways away, too. Right, Gladys. Not for all the money in the world. You couldn't pay me to go on that bridge. I'd be down on my belly going across that thing with my eyes closed. Because after death and have garden. Huh. No, I've never been to India, Saudi Arabia, or anywhere. I've never been out of the United States except for Mexico. We went there for one day when we first moved to Texas. We went to Mexico and crossed the border and went shopping and then came back. Hi, Talia. I'll never get to Pakistan or India. Good gracious, no. That's too far for me to go. I'm kind of afraid to go to other countries. You never know what you're going to run into. You hear on the news about these people going to Saudi Arabia, India, different places, Pakistan, and they end up in prison for nothing, really. I've been to Colorado, yes. Those mountains scare me. The way the roads go around the mountains and you look down out your window and it's a straight drop down. It's terrifying. I can't handle riding on those highways around the mountains. I'm in Texas, USA. I'm originally from North Carolina. I was just watching a film yesterday where this lady ended up in one of, was it India, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, somewhere over there. She ended up in jail for 2 years. They thought she was some kind of a spy. And she was innocent. She was there for a totally different reason. Mainly as a tourist, just to visit But that's kind of scary. My grandfather served in India in World War II, Gabby. What's the name of the movie? Oh, it wasn't a movie. It was a like a documentary, but I don't remember the name of it. Right. I'd die for sure. That's too many mountains. That's too high up. I don't like being up in the clouds. I mean, I kind of live on a mountain, but it's not that. I mean, it's so big and, across the top. You don't know you're on a mountain. You go down the highways, you don't know you're on a mountain. And it's not really that high up. The mountains in those pictures look like they're terrifying high. Yep, I'll stay right down on the lowlands. Route to Taft. That's up way up in the mountains, isn't it? That's a highway going up around the mountain. That brown spot. Yeah, that's way up in the clouds. I don't think I want to go up there. I don't know. I don't know what sound you heard. Jimmy Carter passed away? Oh, goodness. I didn't know that. Taft is a big city. There's a picture of Taft. That's a big place. I didn't either because I've not had the TV on. I mean, I had it on last night, but I was watching movies. I wasn't watching the news. Taft looks like a beautiful place. And Omar Razif is a subscriber from Turkey. Well, welcome from Turkey. I'm just going to say Omar. Omar for short. Search Silk Route. I saw it on my phone when I turned on I Love Linda. Well, thank you. You love my channel? No, I've never been to Jamaica. Shows a picture of Taft people. Do they really dress like that today? Well, you have a good day, Habibi. Or Habibi. However you pronounce it. Oh no, Uncle BB, you've been sick since last Saturday? Oh, okay. K days are you? No, I'm not sick. It's allergies. I don't know. It's bedtime in Turkey. Well, you have a good night if you're leaving us then, Omar. Omer. Yeah, it takes about a week to get over flu or colds. I never get over my cough because it's allergies. It's not a virus. I haven't done anything today. I did go out and make that short little garden update video and showed everybody Lucky's little bed. I fixed him in the greenhouse. He likes it in there. I'll probably do some kind of cooking video after the live today to publish tomorrow. You watched it this morning? Well, good, Gabby. Lucky always likes to get in the totes and stuff and lay down, only he kills my plants. But when I found out that he kept going in the greenhouse, he made him a little kind of a wallowed out hole in the wood mulch in there to lay in to sleep at night. So I went in there and put him that little, oh, I don't know what you call it. It's a plastic wash basin or whatever you call it. But it's a good size for him. You know, I put him a towel in it, and I put it in there where he lays down. And he slept in it last night. I usually do, and if it's close to when I go to my son's house, I take some to my son's. Yeah, he likes it in the greenhouse. You know, he can go in there when it's raining and he's still outside, but he doesn't get wet. I've got to put the new greenhouse cover on it pretty soon. I'll probably do that sometime in February because the old one is split up. So I put the tarp over the top to keep the rain from going in. He likes it in there. You saw Lucky's bed today, Gladys? Yeah, I thought y'all would like to see that. Because I'd been telling you he sleeps in the greenhouse. He likes it in there. Lucky likes the finer things. Well, little buddy likes to come inside the house sometimes, but Lucky doesn't come in. He likes it in the greenhouse. And I've got to check around this week about taking him and having him fixed. See what my options are about taking him in and getting him fixed. He's like Top Cat. Yeah, he's got his own little bed out there. Make something out of chicken. Well, I've got some ground beef I was going to make this evening. Maybe the video after this I'll do something with chicken. But I've got to cook that beef or either freeze it. So I thought I'd fix I think it's a taco bowl or whatever they call it for dinner tonight. And video it. I mean, I don't cook like a lot of people. Even though I've done a lot of videos that included milk, heavy cream, and that type of thing. Because I'm allergic to the heavy cream and the milks and all that. It makes me nauseated, so I try to stay away from it. So I cook a little bit of different than most people do. I don't know which Walmart chicken breast you're talking about. Just fresh chicken breast or what? Well, that's good. Your little dog, Margot, was sick and is getting better now. Well, that's good. I'm doing great today, Autumn. How are you? I buy their chicken breasts sometimes, and I get their legs and thighs sometimes. It depends on how I want to cook them. I think I made a rice pudding video probably last year. I don't generally fix rice pudding a lot. I don't care for it that much. I mean, it's good, but oh, it's beautiful here today, Autumn. It's 72 degrees right now. The sun is out bright and shining. It's a calm day. It's just a beautiful day. It's a nice day to be outside. How's the weather where, like where you're at, Autumn? Cold and rainy in Michigan. Dreary in New York. You used to live in Waco. Wow, Austin, but the prices got way too out of hand down there. Yeah, I can see where it might be a little bit expensive to live down around Austin and Houston and Waco area. I've never lived down there, so I don't really know. Oh, Uncle BB, you're getting a new roof? Well, good. I put a steel roof over my place years ago. The roof didn't leak, but I got tired of going up there tarring the roof and all that like every year or so because I always did it myself. So I finally decided to put a steel roof on so I didn't have to get up there and tar it anymore. Backroom leaks bad. Yeah, roof leaks are bad. I mean, sometimes it's real hard to get them to quit leaking. What kind of roof are you putting on, Uncle BB? Yeah, I was wondering what kind of roof you're putting on, whether it's going to be shingles or aluminum or what type of roof. Shingles. My brother's in charge. Oh, okay. Does he own a roofing business or is he just in charge of getting it done? He's in charge of everything. Thank you, Gladys. Oh, you cook, huh, Uncle BB? What you gonna cook? You gonna cook for the workers? Good afternoon, Donna. How are you doing today? You mean you're not going to cook for the roofers working on your roof? You're not going to feed them? I don't blame you. They charge you enough. You shouldn't have to feed them. You pay them enough to do stuff that they can afford to buy their own food. How's Donna doing today? Everything's great. Well, good. I'm doing great, Melinda. How are you? And there's Tamara. Happy Sunday to you. Out picking up a few groceries. Oh, Donna, your son is there. Well, good. You have a nice visit with your son for the holidays. Yeah, I went around there to the greenhouse this morning with the camera. I was hoping to catch Lucky in his little bed in the greenhouse asleep, but he wasn't in there. He'd already got up and come out here and ate, and he didn't go back in there. But a lot of times he's in there because I'll go to feed the fur babies on the porch, and he'll come running from that end of the house around the corner. And I know he's been back there in the greenhouse enjoying his bed. Pick up something good, Tamara. Yeah, a leaking roof can be awfully aggravating. And it's leaked since the 70s. Well, I think it's about time to get it fixed. What are you going to cook today, Donna or Tamara, that you're picking up groceries? Shrimp, smoked salmon. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm coming to see you for dinner tonight, Tamara. You had a deck put up in the mid 60s. I love shrimp and smoked salmon. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, that's going to be good. You're going to be fixing a meal for a fit for a king, shrimp and smoked salmon. I hate it. My internet keeps reconnecting. Don't know what's wrong with it. Then we closed the deck so my dad could be put out there. Oh, okay. So you made him a room out of your deck. TJ's making spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, that sounds good. That's something I want to make pretty soon is spaghetti and meatballs. I haven't made spaghetti and meatballs in a while. I haven't made any pizza in a long time either. Used to I make that about once a week. And I haven't made any pizza. But spaghetti and meatballs is one of my favorite. One of my favorites. That would be good with some coleslaw I made. Yeah, coleslaw and shrimp and smoked salmon. The roof of the deck wasn't attached to the house properly. Oh, is that where it's leaking? That makes a difference if things are not done right. Always causes a problem. Saint Sonora. The room was made in 1968. I got to get out and finish working in my yard. I've got to finish the bird bath base. You know, I still haven't finished all that. And I've been gathering rocks because I need rocks to cement together to finish it. And I've been gathering a bunch of rocks to get that done. I don't buy them. I've got so many rocks around here, I don't need to buy any. Still has orange carpeting. Yeah, back in the 60s, they did have orange carpet, didn't they? Orange and brown multicolored carpet. I can remember seeing that. Jimmy and Rosalind Carter were married 77 years. That's a long time. But you know, one of my older brothers and his wife, they were married about 60 years before she passed away. Because they celebrated their golden wedding anniversary quite a few years ago. You had orange in the living room. I didn't have orange in the living room. I had a light green carpet in my living room here that I ended up pulling up. Kind of a light olive green. But I remember the shag carpets and the orange and brownish looking carpets. And there's Wayne John. Hello, how are you doing today? From Jamaica. Welcome from Jamaica. We've got people from the UK, Florida, Michigan, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, you name it. They're all here. Connecticut. I guess almost every state in the United States is in here today. Because I've got people from all over the world that are my subscribers. California. You celebrated the 50th this year, and it's also the year of my 50th high school. Oh, wow, isn't that neat? Your mom had a rug when she was a girl. Hello, country cutie. How are you doing today? And there's Crystal. Hello, Crystal. Got a lot of good people coming in here. Linda Blaylock, hello. How are you? Yeah, I remember those, Uncle BB. Wooden furniture with the brown scenery type fabric covering it. Talking about blinds, I need new blinds for my living room. My blinds are so old. I'm originally from North Carolina. I live in Texas right now. Yeah, everybody do a thumbs up. I need thumbs up from y'all. Shows I got 20 thumbs up so far. And there's Molly. Hi there, Molly. And there's Vastal Chopra from London. Welcome from London. Trying to decide what to make for dinner because you're tired of everything. I hear that. That's one reason I decided I might make the taco bowls tonight. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Linda, you have more cupboards in your kitchen than I do. I don't have many. I don't have enough. I'm getting ready to build me another cabinet with shelves on it. You know, at least maybe 2 shelves at the top to put my cowboy candy and pepper jelly and stuff like that on it that I can. Because I don't have a whole lot. I just don't have nowhere to put it except sitting on top of my fireplace in my kitchen. My mama pronounces it Kalina. Well, since they upgraded me to 4 and 5 gigabytes, it should be faster, but I think there's so many people on the faster speed, it actually slows it down. Uncle BB said he redid his kitchen, redid my mom's kitchen in 2012. Yeah, it's beautiful and sunny here. It's 72 degrees. She says North Carolina as Kalina. North Carolina. Might be the youngest here, but how y'all doing? We're doing great, Thunder. How are you? 72 degrees in Texas and sunshiny. It's a beautiful day. Yep, it's 72 degrees. It was 73 yesterday. North Central Texas, not far from Dallas and Fort Worth. Tamara says she cheated. Everything is cooked, running errands, wanted something ready to snack on when I got home. Well, I'm using it was like a coat closet beside the refrigerator here that was originally put in this mobile home. And the people that owned it before put shelves in it. And I use it as kind of like a pantry. One shelf houses all my pots and pans. One has all my my big plastic bowls, my containers, cake carrier, that type of thing. You know, the big items is up on the top shelf. And some of the shelves has food, serving items. Down below has my canner, my flour, you know, stuff like that. So at least I do have that, and a lot of them don't have a big pantry like that. It needs to be cleaned out, though. I need to get rid of some of the stuff that I've got stored in there. But I hate, like, with a passion to get rid of things, because usually when I get rid of something, a week or two after I get rid of it, I'm looking because I need to use it, and I don't have it. Oh, you already got your spaghettis and meatballs? Gladys. Oh, my goodness. When I was a kid, there was a dummy cabinet for the boiler. Well, I had never seen them put an actual closet in a kitchen before for coats and stuff. It's an actual coat closet. It's got a clothing rack at the top. It's got a big shelf at the top. But like I said, the people that originally put the house here, they put real thick boards and made shelves all the way. There's like 3 or 4 shelves in there. And I make good use of it because I store a lot of stuff in there. I store canned items and stuff under my sink, food items, and I store my pots and pans up in the pantry that I call it. Next to that broom closet, our neighbor put shelves in. Well, that was good. I don't know. I always fix ground beef meatballs. I don't know what kind Gladys said TJ fixed, but he said TJ, her son, fixed spaghetti and meatballs for dinner tonight. I'm assuming it's ground beef. But I know some people make meatballs and spaghetti with sausage. I always like ground beef for my meatballs. What is your favorite Southern meal? Probably fried chicken, greens, mashed potatoes and gravy, fried okra. What is your favorite Southern male tooth cook? I like fish and chips too, but I love fried chicken. I like watching Justin Wilson, that Cajun from Louisiana that does videos. Yeah, I love, see, I love all food. I love chicken fried steak too. Mine is chicken, for instance. Here in England, the vibe is still on Christmas. Well, we're kind of past Christmas. We're getting into New Year's now. Okay, country cutie, make something good. Have a good night. Thunder says, I feel like your food tastes good like my mama. Well, thank you for that. And welcome, Thunder. You're a newbie. Molly's a newbie too, I believe. Vatsal Chopra is a new one. There's a lot of new people in here today and last night. Please visit England during Christmas, New Year's. You'll love it. Oh, I wish I could. That's okay, Molly. Red Doll, England is an awful place. Why do you say that? England has a dictator of a prime minister. Locks up people for Facebook posts. What? You say that because you live in England. Okay. So you know firsthand. I can't imagine a prime minister locking people up for Facebook posts that he doesn't like. You should see what Elon Musk says about Keir Starmer. Huh, there's no telling. Oh goodness, Red Dog, you got Vastal Chopra upset. My YouTube channel keeps me busy on a daily basis because I put out videos every day and then I do lives. So it keeps me pretty busy because, I do everything on gardening and cooking and stuff like that. So my garden keeps me busy as well. My yard. I have to maintain my yard. I have to maintain the garden. My fur babies. I have a lot to keep me busy. My housework. Because I do everything. Yeah, where exactly do you live in England? Manchester, the second largest city. I don't know much about England, so I can't comment on any of that. Oh, it used to be nice, but it's changed drastically. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of places change over time. What used to be nice country areas turn into busy city metroplexes with a lot of crime. I wasn't born in the 20s and 30s. That was kind of my mom's time era, not mine. I wasn't born back then. Want to have a chat with some real Irish men. Vastal Chopra, I guess you're Irish? You're an Irish man then? I meant your 20 years. Oh, in my 20s and 30s. Is that what you meant? Goodness, I don't even know. I don't know. There's so many different times in my life back when I was 20 and in my 30s. That's about during the time my two kids were born. So that was good times with my kids when they were little and growing up. Yes, I do like fried green tomatoes. I did a video on fried green tomatoes. They were wonderful. Here in the UK, Irish gangs are popular. That's why asking Red Doll whether he would like to meet some of them. Maybe his perception will change. Well, you know, we have gangs here in the United States too. I think nowadays there's gangs anywhere you go. Not such nice gangs. I'm 20 right now, but looking to make a family as well, settle down and everything. Well, good for you, Thunder. Yeah, Philadelphia is under the grip of some junkies. Yep. And druggies. And unfortunately, that's spread all over the world too. And just about everywhere you go, there's drugs and junkies and illegal weapons. Yeah, I'm sure Irish people are the same. I mean, there's gangs anywhere you go today. Any part of the country you go live in, there's a gang of some kind. There's always groups of people that band together that are up to no good. I miss gardening. I didn't get what to do with the winter, so I can't wait to start soon for the spring. Oh, your garden. Yeah, that could be bad. We have people migrating to USA from all over the world too, which is making it bad. There's some good people and some bad people coming into the country, unfortunately. Can't just have all the good, you know that. The bad's going to come with it. But what is the big old metal circle on your wall? On my wall? Big metal circle on my wall. That up here? Up there? I'm trying to point to it. That little round thing up there, close to the ceiling. Is that what you're talking about, Molly? If that's what you're looking at, it's a burglar alarm and a fire alarm. No, my smoke detector is over here on the other side. That's a fire detector, heat detector, and burglar alarm. I've got fire alarms in several rooms, and then I've got a smoke detector in the kitchen here. Yeah, we do have Indians here that live here. We've got a lot of Mexicans that have come in, and we've got a lot of people from a lot of other countries all coming to the United States. We've had a lot of Mexicans along with people from all parts of the country on the other side of Mexico coming in through Mexico to the USA. I've got cameras too outside, Thunder, and tons of loaded guns. I've got cameras all over my yard. So you're not coming in my yard without me knowing it. It just reminded me of a go to school bill, but that sounds pretty useful. I might think about getting one. Yeah, it's a fire alarm and a burglar alarm. You hook the chain to the door, and then if somebody opens the door, the alarm goes off. And it's pretty loud too. Show your loaded gun. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I only set my smoke alarm off one time in all the years I've lived here. And I was cooking something and it was burning in the frying pan. And there was just enough smoke that that alarm went off. Oh, it was so loud, it was deafening. Oh, it was awful. Molly lives in a mini house now in the good part of Texas. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting cameras because not too A while ago, somebody tried to break into my window. It's in the next day. Huh. I don't smoke cigarettes either. I'm allergic to them. Well, it's never a waste of money to get a security camera. If you don't do anything but have a doorbell camera or, a camera that's facing your door. No, I don't smoke cigarettes. That's not what my smoke detector's for. My smoke detector is for if there's a fire in the house and there's smoke, the detector will go off. Okay, good night. You have a blessed night. Have a good day tomorrow. Some people call guns wireless security. Yeah. Yep, that's security right there. You don't need batteries. How are you doing, Joanne? Wasn't it in the movie Scarface where he had that machine gun and he said, "Say hello to my little friend"? I'll never forget that movie. Don't get the time to go get one. Yeah, I know what that's like. Classic. Thunder says, yeah, Scarface is a classic movie. Well, hello, Ahmed. How are you doing today? Ahmed Associates. You'll have to order one, Molly. Have it delivered. That way you don't have to take the time to go shopping to buy one. You'll just order it online and be delivered to your door, and then you'll have it to put it up. I don't know if I have watched that or not. Goodfellas 1990. I have no idea. I don't remember if I've watched that or not. Thank you, Ahmed. Ahmed. I'll never tell. You'll have to look back over my videos to find out how old I am. I've told people in several of my videos how old I am. I'm not going to do it in every video. You'll go back and find it. I don't know if they watch the lives or not. I know sometimes they watch the videos, and they may watch the lives. They just don't get into live chat. Ooh, man. Whew. She's 18. Thunder says, I'm new here, but I think she's around 45. Well, thank you very much, Thunder. You looks like 20 years old. Well, as long as you think so. Yeah, she's 45. What makes you say that, Thunder? You don't think you'll reach that age? And there's Cuddle Bear. How's Cuddle Bear doing today? She's 18. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. It's 72 degrees, sunshiny, calm, nice day, beautiful day. You look like my mother. Well, I could be old enough to be your mother. I don't know. Cause of life choices. Oh, well, you need to change your life choices then. You want to live to a ripe old age, don't you? And there's Nancy McKay. I don't know. Nobody else has said that my voice has been breaking up. Anybody else in chat hear my voice and hear it breaking up? I'm just going to be home for New Year's celebration. I'll celebrate on the live with all my subscribers. Well, that's the plan. Joanne's husband has a 1949 truck. Huh. Cuddle Bear says my voice is not breaking up. Joanne says I'm fine. Gladys says it's good. So it might be just your internet. Just looking to see how long we've been on here. Yes, I was definitely born in the USA. I was born in North Carolina. Italy. My great-grandfather was 100% Italian. And then part of my family's like from England, Britain, USA. My great-grandfather came with his family to the United States in the 1800s through Ellis Island and settled in New York City. My grandfather was just a toddler when they came, and his sister was just a toddler. And they grew up in New York City. He became a police officer and then a detective. It was in the 1800s. They came over on a ship. Basically living by the Ten Commandments, and the number one rule is to do unto others as you have them do unto you. Yeah. Yeah, they went through a lot, shortages and things during the World War II, but after that it started really improving. I didn't say it was the first commandment. I said I believe in living by the Ten Commandments. And the number one to me, not saying that it's the first commandment, but it's the number one to me, is to do unto others as you have them do unto you. Well, I think there was still some shortages in the USA in the 50s too. I mean, they're all good ones. And if you try to live by them, you're doing good. I mean, if you can live by the Ten Commandments, you're doing okay. Yeah, I always try to treat other people the way I want them to treat me. It's from my laptop here. It's the fan running on it. It's a computer fan, Cuddle Bear. Oh my goodness, Red Doll. It'll probably be that way here in the United States too before long. What's the one thing you hate the most about this era? Probably all the people that get hold of guns and start going into malls and big crowds of people and start shooting everybody. That's terrible. Years ago, you never heard of them doing that. It's almost like people today are hypnotized to go do stuff like that. Yep, that's good too, Molly. Love people as they are, not as you want them to be. I mean, back in my school days, you never heard of someone going into a school and open fire on students and teachers. And it's almost an everyday thing in the United States now, today. They either go in schools and they're shooting people, they go in malls, shopping malls, they go ball stadiums and start anywhere there's a big crowd of people. I mean, it's insane. It's like the whole world's going crazy. Yeah, it seems that way, Red Dog. I have no idea. I really don't. This is only in the Western Europe and USA. That's the reason I say I think these people are hypnotized. They hypnotize these people to take guns and go into public schools and start shooting everybody. Or go into a church or go into a crowd of people in a mall, shopping mall, and start shooting people. You're exactly right, Molly. It's almost like these people are being hypnotized to take a high-powered rifle, go into school, and kill everybody. And then it re-establishes people to want gun laws, to take guns away from the public. But, that's not going to help, because these people that want to kill someone with a gun, they're going to get the gun regardless of whether it's against the law to have a gun or not. They'll buy it on the black market. They'll get the gun and they'll kill people with it if that's what they want to do. So the only person that you're protecting against the guns is the law-abiding citizens that want to go hunting, or they just want to protect themselves with it. That's who they hurt by trying to take guns away from people. Oh my goodness, in Russia they attack their neighbors instead. Hmm. I guess I live like a swan with my head in the sand, because I don't know a lot of the stuff that goes on in the world out there. Sometimes I don't want to know. They need to get the drugs off the market. You know, quit spending so much time trying to pass gun laws and get them taken away from law-abiding citizens, but they need to get the drugs off the streets. But drugs are the same way. people usually get them illegally anyway. So, you know, what can you do? Another one of the 10 Commandments that's real good is to honor thy mother and father. Kids don't honor their parents today. They have no respect for people. Yeah, I guess Cuddle Bear. I don't know. The way people live today, it's all about the money, all about getting rich quick, all about backstabbing people just to make a dollar. I mean, it's terrible. Yep, Gladys, thou shalt not kill. And also, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. I don't think the devil will succeed. I really don't. And put no other God before you. I think my hair is about to get dry. NATO is the devil causing wars around the world. You think some major war is going to happen in 2025? I hope not, but unfortunately, I see something like that coming too, the way everybody's doing today. I mean, something's going to happen. It can't keep continuing the way it's going. Biden is like having a stick trying to stir up trouble. Yeah, the government don't tell the people everything that goes on. Uncle BB's doing his housework to my voice. I need to get some housework done too. But it can wait another day. I got to start taking Christmas decorations down outside tomorrow. I did get halfway started yesterday, but things were still too wet. I didn't want to put lights and deer and stuff away wet in the shed, so I wanted them to dry off. Exactly, Molly. It's all about fame, control, and money. And unfortunately, the corrupted people will never have enough. The more they get, the more they want, and the more they take. I know it seems kind of unfair, doesn't it, Molly? That you got some rich billionaires out there, but yet on the other hand, you got all these people that are homeless living on the streets. Seems kind of unfair, doesn't it? I questioned that years ago, and my mom replied to me. She said, well, unfortunately, a lot of the homeless people choose to be that way because they don't want responsibility. They don't want to have bills to pay every month. So they choose themselves to live on the street. Yeah, there's always going to be rich people. I'm not going to be one of them, unfortunately. Never have been rich, never will be. I guess I don't have what it takes to be a millionaire. Yeah, well, if people live in an area that costs too much for them to live, my advice to them is to move somewhere where it's cheaper to live. But people don't want to move. They want to stay where they're at. But that's the most logical thing to do. If you live in an area in California and it costs so much you can't afford to live there, you need to go somewhere where it's cheaper to live. Yeah, it's easier to keep an underpass tidy. Or pitch a tent and sleep in it and then move it to another location whenever you want. Yeah, I know every place it's getting expensive everywhere, unfortunately. The house right across the street from me that they just built, we had the young couple that moved in it and they lived in it for a year. They've moved out and they've put the house up for rent. They want $2,000 a month for it. And there's a double wide manufactured home at the end of the street that they want $1,300 for in rent. I couldn't afford to pay $2,000 a month rent on that house. That's probably double what the house payments are. But they said they wanted to rent it and try to recoup some of the money that they put in the house. Yeah, I couldn't pay $2,000 a month for that house across the street. Yeah, it's cheaper to buy your own because your payments would be half of that amount. But some people don't want to buy. They'd rather rent because they're going to be there for a short term. So it just depends on the people. So far, there's been no one over there to look at it to rent it. Well, I looked it up on the website, the realtor website. That house sold for like 140,000, something like that. Yeah, isn't that outrageous? You make $11 an hour, and you may not even get 40 hours a week, and they expect you to pay a $2,000 rent bill every month. I couldn't do it. And it's probably not even that cheap in California. It's probably more than that. Like in New York, a house like that would probably go for, I don't know, 7,000, 8,000 a month or more. You can barely rent a closet for 800, 1,000 a month. No, you can't. An average salary cannot afford to buy an average house price. It's just out of whack. Hi, it's me, Ann. Hello, how are you doing today, Ann? Real estate has become an investment, no longer seen as a home. That is harming. Exactly, because all these construction people, the realtors, have bought up lots in this subdivision, and that's what their goal is to put a big old house on a little bitty lot and then sell it for a huge profit. That's how they make their money. But the one down at the end of the street, the brick home they finished, it's been for sale for several months. It's not sold yet. The one further down on the right is not sold yet. Because they're probably asking too much for it. My aunt had a big house that sold for 60G in 1976. Wow. I can't imagine what it would sell for today. Yeah, the last time I talked to Randa, the girl that lived next door, that bought that new house after it was built, she said they were not even in the state of Texas now. They moved their camper trailer. That's what they were living in. And they said they were just going to rent the house out, try to recoup some of their money. Yep, that house would be in the millions if it was 60G in 1976. Oh, is that what it is, Red Doll? We have a population crisis. Hmm. Really? I didn't realize that every major industrialized economy is seeing a collapse in the birth rate. Wow, Uncle BB. All since 2008. Hmm. The U.S. is included in that. Japan and Italy are the worst affected. My dad left it mortgage paid. The taxes are high. Yeah, taxes are really high today on everything. Exactly, Cuddle Bear. The people that can't support themselves or feed themselves have babies like rabbits. And they let the state take care of them because they can't afford them. Well, somebody needs to fix something, I tell you. It's a simple 3-bed high ranch. I bet it's a nice place, though, Uncle BB. Tell them the name of little buddy's vet. Me? I'm the one that's been taking care of him. I haven't taken him to the vet. I've got to check on where I can take Lucky. I don't know where I'm going to take him yet. I've heard there's places that will fix them for a discount. I agree with that, Molly. When I was bringing up my two kids, I was working sometimes 7 days a week, and I barely could buy food, and not much of it. Working two jobs as a single parent. Well, y'all, I've enjoyed this chat this afternoon, but we've been on here for 2 hours. I think we've probably outdone our time, but I've worked every day for the last 2 weeks. Besides one day, I'm only making $550 after 2 weeks. Yeah, that's sad. It's a lot of hours for little money. I agree with you. Hardworking people sometimes just can't make ends meet. They're hardworking, they work every day, but they just don't get paid enough. Not according to what the prices of living are. I agree with that 100%. I've been there, done that, and still do it. I support myself. I live alone, so if I don't pay the bills, nobody does. Work makes poor. Yeah, that sounds about right. Other people have learned to work the system to get everything for free, or most things for free. Yeah, I can see where you'd be stressed out all the time, Molly. I always told my kids, I said, as hard a worker as I am and how much I've worked all my life, I should be a millionaire. I should live in a mansion. But I don't. I've never made that much money. Not much more than minimum wage, hardly sometimes. And I've had a few good jobs, but they didn't last that long. She was here, and Gladys was here earlier. I guess she's still watching. She doesn't come into chat a lot of times, but she still watches most of the time. And there's Snow White. Hello. You're in bed and eating chicken. Well, that sounds like a plan. Huh. It's a mansion to me because it's the only home I've got. Your home is what you make it. You can have $1 million home and live in a dump. Yeah, see, Gladys is still here. She's listening. Ann was wanting to know if you're here, Gladys. Well, thank you, Uncle BB. Linda, you're a bad... Why am I a bad girl? Reminds me of the homes in Akron, Ohio. Well, this place is small, but it's only me, so I guess it's big enough. It's where I brought up my two kids by myself. The rooms are small, but they were big enough. They were big, we had enough room to sleep, cook and eat, bathe. And I guess if you can do all that, you got enough room. Your aunt never let you in her living room. I didn't say you were not here, Gladys. I told Ann you were probably here just watching and listening. Because sometimes you don't come in to chat, you'll just listen and read comments, and then every once in a while you'll come in to chat. But I didn't say you weren't here. A shelter with a heart, yep. You stayed in the den. Well, see, that's one thing I never believed in, is having a living room that is so precious to people that you don't allow anyone in there. What's the purpose of having a living room if you can't live in it? The living room was for her friends. Yeah, the living room was for guests. You don't want it messed up for when people come knocking at your door. You can open your living room door and they come into a nice, straightened up room. Appearance are everything, right? But I don't ever want a room in my house that's closed off and it's just for guests. I mean, I'm going to live in my house. I don't care. You were the poor relations. Well, you were probably better off in the den than you were in the living room. Gladys says her living room is for her cats and dogs. Her furry friends. Nancy says, I want everybody to know my house is for all. My grandmother called it the mausoleum. But years and years ago, they did have their living room, their parlor as they call it, and that was for guests. They kept it spotless. It was always straight and neat and looked nice. And no one was ever allowed in there unless somebody come knocking at your front door, and if it was a guest, they were invited in the clean living room, the untouchable living room. Everybody else stayed in the den or the kitchen. I always thought that was crazy too, Snow White. If I can't have a room and live in it, then I don't want it. There's no need in having it. I'm not putting on a show for my people that come knocking at my door. Yeah, really, Nancy, what you cooking? What's for dinner tonight? My mama had a special room for us to go in when she had a special room for us when she wanted a special room for us to go for the kids. Well, she had a gas over in the living room. Oh, guests. She had guests over in the living room. They christened your furniture, Dennis. They broke it all in for you. They made it comfortable. And you weren't allowed in her living room. Backdoor guests are the best in our house, Ann says. People don't know what door to come to my house. They don't know which is the front door and which is the back door. Because everything looks reverse. My front door looks like my back door, and my back door looks like my front door. So they just go to whichever door, you know. Oh, man. Ooh. Well, my dad's family had a family of 10 kids, or one passed away when it was born, but 9 kids. And my aunt told me that they lived in a 2-room house. For many, many years, they lived in a 2-room house. She said one room was their living room, kitchen, dining room. One room was their living room and bedroom. Everybody slept in the same room, and they slept on pallets. They didn't even have beds. They slept on pallets in the floor. And she said they had the most fun growing up. They never minded that they lived like that. You know, it was just the way that it was, and they had fun living like that. And she said, I can remember too when my mom and dad built their new house, and they actually had bedrooms. And even then, you know, a lot of them had to share bedrooms because they didn't have but, I think, 3 bedrooms. But she said they enjoyed their childhood growing up. They were always happy. They had a lot of fun. It was like camping out every night on their pallets in the living room or in that one room. Well, love to India from the USA. Look now. And hi, Axel. Hello, welcome. Thank you. I don't feel very pretty. Who is the Prime Minister of India? I don't know. I think someone told us in chat here a while back, but I don't remember who it was. I'm not in India. I have no idea. Yes, exactly, Nancy. We got a lot of new people coming in here. A lot of new subscribers. That's what some of my people have been telling me, Ann, that Jimmy Carter passed away. He was 100 years old. Wow, I didn't realize he was that old, but I guess he was getting on up there, wasn't he? He sure lived a long life. Maybe I'll reach 100 or pass it. I don't know. I guess he just died of old age, didn't he? He can't live forever. But he was fortunate to reach 100. A lot of people don't reach the 100 years old. Yeah, anybody lives 100 years old, they've lived a long, good life. My mom passed away when she was 86, and my dad was about that age when he passed. Molly, no thank you, I have a fiance. Sorry, Lucknow. Molly's already taken. Well, you know, when I worked at Lakestone Terrace, it's a retirement home. There was an old gentleman there. He's the sweetest old man. He lived to be 103 years old. And I was talking to him in the dining room one day, and he was so down in the dumps. He said, you know, he said, I shouldn't be here. I said, what makes you say that? He said, well, all my family's gone. All my friends are gone. Everything's changed. I don't know anybody. He said, the whole world's changed. And he said, I just really shouldn't be here. And you know, that man died that very next week. He just gave up. But he had a long life. Long life. And he still come down to the dining room to get his meals, you know. He'd come down every day to the dining room and get his breakfast. He come and got his lunch. And he come and got his dinner. And he ate in the dining room with everybody else. Ann says her mom was 39 and her dad was 52. He was lucky to have lived his life in better times. Yeah. I guess to a lot of older people, this modern technology's scary, you know. I don't keep up with technology as much as I should. But I guess by the time I'm 90, if I ever reach 90 or 100 years old, I probably won't know a lot of the outside anymore either, because things will change. Everything changes so fast. You're 18 and I'm, by the way, too. And I'm happy with the man I have. Good for you, Molly. Yeah, I went to school. I studied computer science. That's what I have a degree in. Major computer information systems, programming, and general business is what my majors were in college. So I do know, you know, some about the technology, but it's changing. I'm just, it amazes me how fast even the internet changes. No, I've never tried programming a virus, and I don't want to. I have no need to program a virus or write a program for a virus. But back when I was in college, there was no Windows. You know, the Windows we have now on our computers, we had no Windows. We were not even on the internet yet. The last year I went to college, the computers went on the internet. And we, for our term exam, we designed a program like Windows before they even had Windows. It had a menu, and you would go in and you'd click on one of the names on the menu. It would take you different places, just like Windows does now. Man, we should have gotten paid for that. If we'd all been millionaires in my class for designing a Windows program like that. It wasn't called Windows, but that's what it was. It was the beginning of a Windows program. My son used to say that I could make a computer do everything but get up and walk. I said, I doubt that, son. I never thought I knew very much about computers, but everybody else thought I did because they didn't know anything, you know. So maybe I knew more than what I thought I did. But that's what allows me to get through YouTube, my channel, and all the stuff that I do on the internet. Because I've had people try to bring my channel down twice. I've had people trying to hack my program, you know, get into my computer. It didn't work. I don't take my computer into the shop to get anything done to it. I maintain my computer myself. Yeah, and you know, what was it, October of 2025, they're going to stop maintaining Windows 10. And when they do that, you know, your computer's going to stop working properly after a while if you don't have Windows 11. My computer is not capable of running Windows 11, so it's not going to be too much longer before I'm going to have to get a new computer. Just to be able to have Windows 11 and keep up. And most of the new computers are touchscreen. You know, the commands are a little bit different, but you know, I'll learn it. I'll figure it out just the way I did all the other computers that I've ever had. Well, I don't know what that app is. I mean, if your computer is not capable of running Windows 11, I don't see how you can put it on there. I know there's a thumbnail that you can buy off the internet that has Windows 11 on it, or it's got all the stuff you need for Windows 11 on it, and you plug it into your computer, and you can instantly get Windows 11 and get online with an old computer and all that. And I've been thinking about trying to get one of those, but I'm not sure. I told my son I'd like to at least try it because I've got an old desktop in there. I'd love to be able to run Windows 11 from it, or see if I could. Or see if I could plug it into this laptop here and see if I could get Windows 11 on it. I think they're about $50, $60 for the thumbnail. But if it'll do what they say, it'd be worth it. I'm thinking about it anyway. I might order one and just see. That app is called Rufus. I didn't know it had a name, but I know there's one. I've seen it advertised on the internet. And it's nothing but a thumbnail. Talking about thumbnails, I've got one here somewhere and it's disappeared. Yeah, it's on just a little thumbnail like this thing. Plug it into any old computer and you can run Windows 11 and it brings it back to life. It speeds it up and you can get right on the internet with it. So I'm thinking about ordering me one. And it keeps all your old files that are already on your computer still there. Rufus writes Windows 11 on a USB stick. Then the older computers installs Windows 11 from the... Well, I think it runs it off of that USB stick. It doesn't install it on that computer. It will run it off of that stick. Because if you unplug it, you're unplugging the Windows 11. But you can put it on any computer, they say. But yeah, I think that the Windows 11 is on it, and it runs off of the, like a different hard drive. It acts as a hard drive, and it runs it off of that USB stick. The whole time, and I'm almost off the block soon. What? Rufus Rotten. What do you mean you're almost off the block? Molly. Because, you know, the USB port or stick has to have all of the requirements to run Windows 11, which your old computer does not have. So it literally runs it off of the USB port, stick. Oh, it doesn't run on the USB. The whole operating system is installed into the old computer, which then runs without that. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought if you unplug the USB that you're unplugging Windows, but that's even better. But you got to have enough memory to install all that. And some of these older computers don't have enough memory to install it. But I guess you make room. I'll have to order one and try it. I guess they come with a money-back guarantee, I would think. So the USB stick has to have all the components to run Windows 11. That it puts those components on your computer somehow. It programs it all in. Oh, that's what you mean. You're at work and you're almost off the clock. Well, I know you'll be happy that you'll be off work pretty soon. 46 gigabyte RAM minimum. No, 4 gigabyte RAM minimum. Well, I'd like to order one and just see how it works on my computers. Maybe I'm not going to have to get a new computer as soon as I think. Because, you know, I'll still have to do my YouTube channel, so I'm going to need access to the internet and YouTube and everything I've got access to now. So you must have one of these USB sticks, Cuddle Bear. You seem to know a lot about it. One of my brothers said he hates Windows 11. I don't know why, but he doesn't like it. It might just be because he's got to learn new stuff. I don't know. This laptop I'm using today is about 12 years old. And I bought it years ago because I needed Windows, the higher Windows, because my old computer was running out of capability of running the new Windows that were coming in. So I'm interested to see if I could put that one on Windows 11 with that USB. And some of these new computers, when you get on them and set it up, it takes over your phone, your other computers, everything you got. It links everything together, which is kind of neat in a way. It's kind of scary in a way. I don't know. He seems to think that it installs it on that computer, and then you can take the USB stick out and you still can use the Windows 11 on that old computer, is what Cuddle Bear's saying. The USB stick has to have a minimum of 8 GB memory capacity to hold Windows 11. Any cheap USB stick for like $7 could work. Yeah, but you got to have all the components to run that Windows 11 is what I'm saying. Because that's why my computer won't run Windows 11. I can't download it on here, is because it doesn't have all of the other stuff that it takes to run Windows 11 that you got to have. So that USB stick that has Windows 11 and stuff on it, it has all that. All the components that Windows 11 needs, that you need on your old computer. What are you trying to say, Cuddle Bear? That you can take any USB stick for $7 and put Windows 11 on it and put it on your computer? I mean, hmm, that's interesting. I installed Windows 11 through Rufus on a PC from the 2008. Oh, wow. I need to try that. I've got to get me one of those Rufuses. I need to get a Rufus stick. I know like I said, I've seen them advertising. They're about $50 for the USB stick. But it says you can put it on any computer. Well, if you don't want to buy a new computer, Molly, if you get the stick for $50 and you can put it on your old computer, you can still use your old computer just like a new one, and you wouldn't have to buy the new computer. My computers run $700, $800, $900 or more. My desktop in there was $1,200 when I bought it. Yeah, new computers are expensive. This one I've got right here that I've had for 12 years cost me $700 when I bought it. Well, yeah, you got this USB stick that has Windows on it. You plug it into your computer and it takes over. It automatically puts Windows 11 on your computer and it gets it up and running just like a new computer. So you can get online and do anything you can do with a new computer. No, the Windows 11 is already on the USB stick that you buy. He's saying that you can like copy it from one USB to another. I guess if you got Rufus, you can copy that to another USB stick. And you just have a duplicate of Rufus. I guess that's what you're asking. Well, the ones that are cheaper are the ones that he said that you could copy it to. If you have one of the Rufus sticks with 11 on it already, you can copy that USB to another USB and make your own Rufus. Well, say you might know someone that has one, you could copy it, I guess. Yeah, then from there you would take the stick and put it into the old computer and transfer it there. We're in computer class today. Cuddle Bear says, no, Windows 11 is not on the USB stick that is bought new. Windows 11 is downloaded from the Microsoft homepage and saved on the computer's hard sticks. Then Rufus is used to copy Windows 11 from the hard stick to USB stick. So you're talking about making a copy of it, Cuddle Bear? I don't know. You got me confused. So when you plug it in, it automatically goes to the internet and downloads 11? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm not bored. I'm intrigued by it. But all I know is I want to get one. I want to try one. I want to see what it'll do. Or what do you do? Plug the Rufus into your computer and just follow directions or what? Because I've tried to download Windows 11 to my computer and I always get capable of running Windows 11 because it doesn't have the components to run it. You can take the stick up and download the components of Windows 11 to the hard drive, and after it's done downloading it, you can take the stick and put it into an old computer and download. Okay, so you got to download those components and then put Windows 11 on. So it's a little bit more complicated than what they tell you in the advertisement. You just don't plug it into your computer and all of a sudden you got Windows 11. You got to get the components first. It's no different than the hard drive you have sitting on your table. Okay. See, I learn something every day. But I just figured for $50, if I could turn my computer into a new one, why not? Why spend $800-900 for a new computer or even more? And that's something I never understood. If it needs components that my computer doesn't have, why can't you download components on your computer to be able to run Windows 11? So evidently that's what Rufus does. Well, it's what they've been advertising on TV. You order that USB stick, and it's got whatever you need on it to plug it into your computer to get Windows 11 running on your computer. Turn your old computer into a new one. Yeah, I looked it up to see what the price on it was, and it was $50, or the one that was advertising at that time was. They may have changed the price by now. I was about a month ago. But my old computer and the desktop in there, it may not have enough memory to run it. I don't know if it's got 8 gig of RAM or not. I don't remember what RAM it has. It's pretty old. And like I said, this laptop I'm using right now is 12 years old. Hmm. Yeah, I know I can go look and see what the components are and how many gigabytes or megabytes it's got. I don't even know anymore. I'll probably just end up getting a new one. So I have everything on it. That's what I usually do. I just put the old one aside and get a new one. Even though the computer was working fine when I put it aside. Like this one works just as good as it did the day I bought it. It's just that it's running out of date and it's not capable of running Windows 11 on it. And they say by October of this year, of 25, they're going to stop updating Windows 10, the security on Windows 10. Yeah, that's what I've always done. I just got a new computer. That way it's got everything new on it. All the bells and whistles. Oh, I see, Molly. Well, I've just had 5 years of college studying computers. But like I say, the technology changes so fast, they always come out with new stuff. It's hard to keep up with it all. That's what I told my brother years ago. He kept paying a friend of his to come in and put more memory on his and put more features and put this and put that to keep it update. And he invested so much money in that computer. And I told him sooner or later it's finally going to end. You can't update it anymore. And I said you'd be better off just to go get a new one. And finally, after dumping all that money in it, keeping it updated and keeping it going, he finally realized he couldn't update it anymore. He had to get a new one. And that's what I had told him a year or so before that. Save your money, just go buy a new one. The new one would be cheaper. It costs quite a bit of money, but it's cheaper in the long run. Oh, okay, Cuddle Bear. I have to check that out. I haven't even looked. I have to have Geek Squad come to my place. So simple. I don't get Geek Squad to come. I don't have anybody come to mine. I do the work on my own computer myself. I keep it maintained, everything myself. Well, see, Gladys, I went to school for 5 years to understand the language of a computer, to figure out how it works. And even the programming languages, they've changed. But I learned from the basics of computers, from the hard drive out. I tried DIY the hard way. I know they charge quite a bit of money. I mean, that's one reason I'm glad I went into programming and I studied computers for 5 years because I can do my own computer. I don't take it into the shop to have it debugged or whatever. I do it all myself. We've started learning the old program of C, which the basics of the computer The basic hard drive is in programming C. And then they changed it. They've added new programs and stuff. But the basic structure of the skeleton of the computer is written in C. Yeah, you can learn a lot about it, but it's changing all the time. See, when I first started in college, you went to the C prompt and typed in where you wanted to go, what you wanted to bring up. And like I said, we weren't even on the internet yet. And then that last year I was in college, we got on the internet. And that's when we designed the program that is Windows today. Because they didn't even have Windows when we first started. Yep, Program C, the original program for the hard drive of your computer. DOS. Disk Operating System. That's what it's written in, is Program C. All the other programs stem from that one. You've probably never heard of Program C, have you, Cuddle Bear? Oh my goodness, we've been on here for almost 3 hours talking computers. It's not everybody can deal with computers. Everybody can't study computers because it takes so much time and patience. How nostalgic. Yeah, well, see, it's still run on the hard drive of your computer. Everything else stems from that. And that's the disk operating system. One more minute until I clock out. See how much I enjoy these chats? I get into chat with these people. I learn stuff. I get enlightened. Have you ever dealt with Program C, Cuddle Bear? You know, if you bypassed Windows 10 or Windows 11 and you got right down to the prompt where you literally had to type all your commands in, that is Program C. That is Disk Operating System. That is DOS. That is Program C right there. Computers were built on Program C. Because, you know, like Windows 8, 7, 6, Windows 10, Windows 11, they're just the glorified menus that you have that are put on your computer to go to different places on the internet. That's all it is. It's a glorified menu. And when we wrote ours, it was written in DBase. You probably never heard of DBase. But we wrote that program in DBase. A menu just like Windows. The very first one I've ever seen was the one I wrote and put on my computer for my term exam. Had to do with it, but not much, yeah. Because everything is done in the new programming languages now. They don't, because the main structure, the skeleton of the computer was all done in DOS or done in Program C. And then they changed programs and made them improved programs, some that are easier to write than C. I was built on milk and honey. Yeah, the computer prompt is where you typed in all your programming language, your program C, everything. And then they come out with Windows, the different versions of Windows, and that's your menu. So now you don't go to the prompt anymore. You just go to Windows and choose from the menu what you want to go to. That's what we wrote. And we didn't get paid for it either. We could have been billionaires. We didn't know any better. Oh, it took us hours and hours and hours to write programs in C because everything had to be exactly right, even down to the one little period had to be correct in the right spot or it wouldn't work. It was a tedious job, and not many people had the patience to sit there and do it. Hello, Blode or whatever. Blode is grown. I don't I don't know some of these names. Linda is in the what? Jesus? I wrote one term exam in one class that was written in Lotus. It was called Lotus 123. And then I had to sit down and teach somebody how to use the program. And I made A plus on the exam, so I did it good. The menu, like Windows, was done in DBase. So we had several different programming languages then too, but they're different now. Patience, I still remember my PTSD I had with Windows 95. Yep, you got to have patience because you can pull your hair out. It just takes a lot of time and patience to do programming. What? I can't read that. It's like it's in a different language. Looks like I'm getting quite a few computer geeks in here with my channel, which is good. You're talking my language now. What? Keva? I don't know what you're saying, my blood. It's French, okay. I didn't know what language that was. Bonjour, I should have known that was French. I don't know. Part of what you wrote there is bonjour, 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 mon amus. I can't say the rest, but I know bonjour. That's French. Is Tamara brought back? We had a Tamara in here earlier. I don't know if she's still in here. I don't know if that's the one. No, Tamara Aimling. I usually have a Tamara Aimling or Tamara Douglas that comes into my chat. I don't remember seeing a Tamara Ambrat Brabat Ambrabat. How do I apply for a mod position? I got to get to know you and trust you because, you know, mods can ruin your channel. Yep, wrong Tamara. Oh my goodness, we've been on here 3 hours and something. I don't know if Tamara wants to be a mod. And I have to get to know them real well before I make them a mod. No, I didn't. I didn't watch the tigers. Bengali tigers. Don't give something. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, y'all, we've been on here quite a while. I've got other things to do, so I'm going to end my live. I want to appreciate and thank everybody that came into the live this evening, this afternoon. I appreciate it. I love having y'all come into my live. Y'all have a blessed night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Love y'all.